Regardless of your financial status, keeping tabs of the ultra-rich, whether with admiration, envy, or resentment, is perhaps more pleasurable and less demanding than researching a mortgage or getting schooled in complex topics like how exchange trade funds work. The world's richest families offer global appeal. They imply values of authenticity, tradition, heritage, lineage, and quality. Today, I reveal the top 10 most affluent families across the globe based on their most recent net worth as provided by Forbes. Together, they possess $11.4 trillion in wealth from retail industries, media conglomerates, agribusiness companies, tech giants, and more. Welcome to ConfidentCastle.com, the place where you'll always find sensational facts, beautiful rich people, and great entertainment. If you want to make sure to get the next episode, subscribe and click the bell. 10. The Albrecht family. Estimated family net worth $41 billion. Theodore and Karl Albrecht took their mother's thrifty corner store in Essen, Germany after World War II and turned it into a low-cost supermarket chain that spans over a dozen countries across Europe and the US. Aldi, short for Albrecht Discount, has become a major stakeholder in Europe, a continent which other chains like it, including Walmart, have never been able to get a foothold. In 2017, Aldi made over $13 billion in the US alone. Little is known about the Albrechts. They don't speak to the press or attend openings of their stores. According to a German newspaper, the family does not own vacation homes, private jets, or yachts, but instead have chosen to live in seclusion, keeping just a couple of €1,000 in their bank account. 9. The Buringer and von Baumbach families. Estimated family net worth $45.7 billion. When you share a multi-billion-dollar fortune with 40 cousins, doesn't that make you a billionaire? Not according to Forbes. Still, I tracked down more than 24 worthy of note members of the Buringer and von Baumbach families, whose worth totals to an astounding $45.7 billion. The fourth generation of Buringer and von Baumbach families share the complete ownership of pharmaceutical firm Boehringer Ingelheim, which has surprisingly never gone public and is not listed in the stock exchange. In 2018, it made a profit of €2.1 billion and reported revenue of almost €17.5 billion. Boehringer Ingelheim has also been at the forefront of a UN World Bank initiative launched in May 2000 to make lower-priced HIV drugs available in Africa. For the next 5 years, it'll provide the anti-HIV drug Viramune free of charge to developing countries to help prevent mother-to-child transmission. Hey Confidence, now that we're deep into the video, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. It helps us understand what you like and it also helps us please the almighty YouTube algorithm. 8. The Wertheimer family. Estimated family net worth $54.4 billion. Wertheimer family wealth comes from the ownership of the Chanel fashion house. The path to that started back in the late 1800s when Ernest Wertheimer emigrated from Alsace in Paris and purchased the theatrical makeup company Bourjois, which later developed the first dry rouge. Ernest's sons Pierre and Paul took over the family business in 1917. By 1920, the company was the largest and most successful cosmetic and fragrance company in France. Elaine and Jared Wertheimer, co-owners of Chanel, are currently among the 10 richest people living in France. Their wealth, while largely inherited, has been grown through business deals and acquisitions spanning retail, wine, and horse racing. The brothers are largely tight-lipped, hardly ever speaking to the press or giving interviews about their wealth, companies, family relationships, or hobbies. They live lavish lifestyles in private, surrounding themselves with those similarly close-mouthed and are known as fashion's quietest billionaires. 7. The Dumas family. Estimated family net worth $63.9 billion. Hermes, the French fashion house and luxury purveyor, has dazzled the world with its signature scarves, neckties, and perfumes, as well as its iconic Kelly & Birkin handbags. Back in the 19th century, Thierry Hermes fashioned riding apparel for the aristocracy and established the company which today adorns the kind of basketball royalty LeBron James. Fusing old school and new technology, a line of Hermes Apple Watches sells for $1,300 to $2,000 and up a piece. Axel Dumas currently serves as the company's CEO and chairman, and Pierre-Alexis Dumas is the artistic director. 6. The Ambani family. Estimated family net worth $81.3 billion. Indian industrial conglomerate Reliance Industries is the biggest company in Asia. The CEO, Mukesh Ambani, whose late father founded the company in 1957, is currently the 13th richest person in the world. This shouldn't come as a surprise, since I've already talked about his house, named the Antilla, which is the most expensive in the world. You can check out the video in the top right corner. Mukesh oversees the company's refining, petrochemicals, oil, gas, and textiles. His brother Anil manages telecommunications, asset management, entertainment, and power generation. Anil's elder son Anmol is the executive director of Reliance Capital. 5. The Koch family. Estimated family net worth $109.7 billion. Fred Koch founded the game-changing oil refinery company that became Koch Industries in 1940 and passed it to his 4 sons upon his death in 1967. However, it wasn't such a happy family, and Charles and David successfully sued their brothers Bill and Frederick for control of the firm during the 1980s and 90s. This gave them a net worth of $49.8 billion each. They expanded their father's oil refinery firm into conglomerate Koch Industries after their other brothers, Frederick and William, who were worth substantially less, left the business. David Koch passed away in August 2019, leaving his $53 billion fortune to his wife, Julia Flesch Koch, who is now the 4th richest woman in the world after Francois Bettencourt, Mackenzie Bezos Scott, and Walmart heiress Alice Walton. Frederick also passed away recently, leaving behind not only huge fortunes, but also the potential repercussions of running an environmentally damaging company to the remaining brothers. Hey Confidence, this is a small and independent channel, and every single subscriber matters a lot, so your like and subscribe means the world to me. Please feel free to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. 4. The Mars family, estimated family net worth $120 billion. Mars is the Walmart of candy, a multi-generational family business that's ubiquitous, cheap, and popular. Today, the company is better known for making M&Ms than for its eponymous Mars bar. In 2017, the world's largest candy company diversified with the purchase of VAC, a pet care company, for $9.1 billion. Siblings Jacqueline and John Mars, whose grandfather Frank Mars founded the company, each have a net worth of $23.9 billion. They tied at position 33 on the 2019's Forbes annual list of billionaires. The company is now being run by some of their children, the 4th generation of Mars family members. Sweet, isn't it? 3. The Walton family, estimated family net worth $215 billion. Even the most lethal pandemic of the century hasn't stopped the relentless growth of their fortunes. The Waltons are richer than ever, adding $25 billion in the past year to take the combined fortune of the family to an estimated $215 billion. With that much money, you could pile $1 million onto each of the 19,368 seats in the Walton area and still have enough to get Walmart's 2.2 million associates about $90,000 each. Founded by Sam Walton in 1962, Walmart is now the world's largest company with over 1.5 million US associates. If those people constituted their own city, it would be the 4th most populous American city after New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The family's unprecedented fortune is almost $100 billion more than the Mars candy family in 4th place. 2. The Al Saud family, estimated family net worth $1.4 trillion. The history of the Saudi royal family and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia traces its roots back to the earliest civilizations of the Arabian Peninsula. Since King Abdulaziz Al Saud established the modern Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 1932, its transformation has been astounding. The monarchy draws most of its income from vast oil reserves that were founded 75 years ago, changing the country's fortune and making the House of Saud among the richest families on earth. State-owned oil company Saudi Aramco, which is among the world's most valuable and profitable companies, constitutes the backbone of the sprawling royal family's fortune. According to the House of Saud, the $1.4 trillion wealth belongs to nearly 15,000 royal family members. With the controversial elevation of Mohammed bin Salman to the position of crown prince, the past few years have been rocky for the family. Salman has arrested several of his family members, including his first cousins, in what appears to be a power struggle in the family. If you're a Game of Thrones fan like me, you know how the story ends. 1. The Rothschild family, estimated family net worth $10 trillion. The Rothschild family is the most famous of all European banking dynasties and has exerted great influence on the economic and political history of Europe for more than 200 years. Pioneers in providing capital for businesses and financing infrastructure projects such as railways and the Suez Canal, the Rothschilds molded the way the international world of high finance works today. Mayer Rothschild, who established the Rothschild Empire, left strict rules for his descendants on how they should handle the family's finances. He wanted to keep the fortune within the family and as such encouraged the arrangement of marriages among relatives. Today, the family empire is divided among a web of descendants and shell companies. The ownership structure is so secretive, but reliable sources have reported a combined net worth of around $10 trillion, making them the richest and arguably the most influential family to ever exist. If you wish to know more about the Rothschilds, check out a whole video about them on the top right corner. Admittedly, this video may sound as a naked celebration of wealth at a time of rising global inequality and the vanishing middle class. However, that is not the case. It's in fact aimed at inspiring you to work on achieving enormous intergenerational wealth that spans over centuries. Speaking of which, do you think the new generation should be entitled to fortunes amassed by their great-grandparents? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you for having a good time with me, Confidence. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another episode. And if you have a few more minutes right now, I picked the videos you see on the screen for you to watch next.